They took everything from us. Because magic runs through us.
Okay, guys, so thank you so much for this interview. As you know, in Mexico, we really love these kind of shows. I mean, we love adventure, we love new heroes, new stories. So how was it for you to play these characters, such interesting characters?
Well, I mean, it was interesting on me for a number of levels. You know, growing up, I always loved the fantasy genre. And I remember, you know, watching Jennifer Lawrence play Katniss Everdeen and Angelina Jolie in Tomb Raider. But specifically with the fantasy genre, you know, we very seldom see female characters or their stories. And when it comes to the Arthurian legends, which are probably one of the most famous legends that we have in English literature, one of the most prolific characters, the Lady of the Lake, we know nothing about. So not only to be able to tell her story and bring a light to one of the most powerful stories within this legend, but also to have the opportunity to tell the story of a true heroine and have a chance to acknowledge what that journey is for a woman to become a hero with all the obstacles that we face that are specific to being a woman. It was a tremendous honor and a challenge, but also something that was really fun.
And yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. Such a brilliantly written character, this new take on Merlin. Yeah, I'm just so grateful for this role and this opportunity to be able to have so many great scenes, and it's a great character, and he's so multifaceted, and it's never what first meets the eye with this guy, and there's more and more levels to explore, and it was an amazing experience.
Perfect. What I really loved about the show is that this really cool relationship between humans and the magical things and the magical elements. So what makes this show special in your careers?
It's hard to know, what sort of impact it will or will not have on my career as such. But it's really been an amazing experience. Great people involved. It was a very great vibe on set, and very collaborative work with the writer, with Tom Wheeler and the other writers, and Frank Miller. And it was, we all lived in London shooting this thing, so it was an exciting time. So I'm just very grateful.
And I mean, in some ways, likewise, I think for me, it was really interesting because this really is the first time I've delved into not only this genre or something of this scale, but it was the first time where I've ever had to learn such a vast array of skills. I learned horse riding and sword fighting and stunt work and dialect, which I was so excited to get into. And, I think you always wish that you had more time when it comes to those things. But now, having done it, it's given me such an insight into that world, and such an extra level of respect when you see these epic pieces, and also when you hear about people training for 8 months, a year for these roles, because you have to invest so much in them. So to be able to have the opportunity to do that was really exciting and something that I really enjoyed.
Perfect. And also, we usually saw heroes as these perfect human beings, are always doing good in everything. So right now, after making the show and after making these new hero figures that we see on TV, how would you define a hero personally?
I think, I think it's the days of black and white and good or evil are behind us. I think what defines a hero is sort of the battles they struggle with themselves and within the world. And usually it's when someone is able to put a greater cause beyond their own egotistical motives first. I guess that's what defines a hero. Perfection does not define a hero. I don't believe in perfection in humans, but I believe in intentions and work.
Perfect.